And I want you all to know that we are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake. A few days ago, I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are. They are the enemy of the people. Because they have no sources. They just make them up.
Now, I have been hearing about this young black girl, Treasure. She is 16 years old. She was featured on Dr. Phil, the show. And she says that she is white. When you look at this girl on the screen, here her picture, there is nothing about Treasure that says white. And when you listen further into the story, which I didn't actually watch the show on TV to catch it in its entirety, I watched some clips on YouTube, which you can go to Dr. Phil on YouTube and watch those same clips. One reason for her mindset is that her mother married a white man. He moved her into a white neighborhood, which, upon hearing about this, I thought maybe she suffered some type of abuse, some type of mindset when she was there, which she very well could have faced racism and some type of terrorism and abuse when she was there, because me, myself, I did, and it wasn't even a predominantly white school where I faced some racist rhetoric. But it was blamed on the mother for actually marrying this man and saying that she told her daughter that that was her father. She was a single mother. The children's father was not in their life, and she married this man and lived with him until he passed away. And she believed that was her father until her mother told her that he was not her biological father. Now, I wanted to go over a few things in the videos that I noticed that she said and what I took away from it. One, the video itself, the first one I watched, had almost 10,000 likes and it had over 2,000 dislikes. So there's a lot of people who like what they were hearing. And what I'm going to say is the people who like this were predominantly white women, because I have done other videos that I will link in the description box of white women who are obsessed with black culture and black people. But the number one thing that these women want more than anything is black female acceptance. They want black women to praise them. They want black women to say how pretty they are. They want black women to want to be them. This is why you will hear them say, why do you wear blonde hair? That's white people, when white women or white people in general do not have natural blonde hair growing out of their head. That's bleach. It's not natural to them. As many white people have natural blonde hair growing out of their head is the same as melanated people have growing out of their head. It's such a recessive gene that it's not common. So the average white woman that you see with blonde hair, she is not a natural blonde. You can tell by the roots, by the eyebrows, and everything else. White women so desperately want black female validation. That's what I call it. They want us to do what they do. There's some white women who will say, oh, you're so young. You look so young. When you tell them your age, they're shocked. They can see with their own eyes, how we age differently, how our genetics are just different. But we don't do that for them in the way that they would like. So I guarantee you 100% that the majority of those likes were from white women because it made them feel good that she wants to be white. And if she wants to be white, she would have to be a white female. So it makes them feel good that she wants to be them. But going into what she said in the video, she said black people are fat. Right there, you see that she's not even willing to tell the truth. She's lying off the bat because all black people are not fat, and there are fat people around the world. There are 7 billion people, and there's white people who are fat. There's Asian people who are fat. There's different cultures that have big people. So that tells you that she is willing to lie and exaggerate. She says, being black is gross. Black people are ugly. And she is what I would call a dark-skinned girl. Something interesting that she said is that God made one perfect person and it was her. So that doesn't really line up with what she's saying, because if she's saying she's white, then, and she's a perfect person, white people, there's other white people that are perfect just like her, but she's even putting herself above white people, saying that, you know, if we take her at her word and say, you know, you're white, but you come from the most beautiful group of people, as you put it. So how can you be the only one who's beautiful? It's not lining up. And we all know that this is, you know, traditional European rhetoric on the beauty standard, and it's been pushed around the world. It's not true. A lot of people do buy into it, but it's rhetoric. Because perfect people, they wake up in the morning and they just go. They don't get cut up. They don't get plastic surgery like that. They don't fuss with themselves. They don't go to those extremes if they're perfect. She said her features are white and they're not ugly. She says she has straight hair. Now, we know good and well that she has to wash her hair. And when she washes her hair, it gets as kinky and curly as mine. And like I said, I'm not a 4C, I'm a 4Z. And I know her hair gets as kinky as mine. It's not naturally straight like that. She gets a blowout, she gets it pressed. So she knows that's a lie. And say it doesn't require weave. No woman's hair requires weave. I wear my natural hair out. And the reason people wear weaves is because it's a protective style. And you can abuse the hell out of the weave and protect your hair. But, you know, that's that weave thing again. She says her nose is not giant. All black people do not have big noses. That's not something that's specifically with our race. It's just not. There's white people who have big noses, and quote unquote Jewish people were the ones who were being made fun of for their big noses. And she said her lips are not too big or not too small. And she says that black people speak ghetto. I didn't know ghetto was even a language, you know. I don't know what that is. I would need more clarification on that. I didn't know ghetto was a language, but she said her figure is like Kim Kardashian. Now, this is ridiculous, and this is the problem with these images being shown. If you even want to believe that this is real, because I have a theory on this, and it's not like anybody else's that you've heard. Kim has gotten plastic surgery. Everybody knows that she is a plastic surgery victim. And the crazy thing is she got the plastic surgery to look black. She wears braids. She steals ideas and styles from black women. She has ingratiated herself in black culture, African American black culture. But she wants to be like Kim Kardashian, who wants to be like African American women. Are you kidding me? It's like being in the Twilight Zone to even listen to that. That she even picked Kim Kardashian. And she said that Kim Kardashian is her role model, which means that she is seeking fame, fortune, and she'll do it through scandal. Because to look at this woman as a role model, and she has no talent at all. She doesn't sing, she doesn't act, she doesn't rap, she doesn't do anything. She takes pictures, she's been in Playboy, she has a sex tape, and she's a thief. That's Kim K. And people want to talk about Kim Kardashian and what she's done trying to help people get out of jail. Oh, get the fuck out of here. That's just so black people will calm down from her Jeffree Star comments and the fact that she wants black people to buy her shit. Fuck the Kardashians. Going back to Treasure, she said that whites are mature. So they're mature, even though we have all this racism going around. There was slavery, there was Barbary, and the Salem witch trials, but that's mature. But black people are criminals, which would make her mother and her brother criminals because they're black, and they say they're black. And she said that if she sees black people crossing the street, she will avoid them because of their thug-like behavior. And she'll never be like those Negroes, right? And there's one video where her mother asks, "Are you okay?" And Treasure said she's irritated, and her mom gave her a look. It was really weird. It wasn't like admonishing her or a look of surprise. It was just off. And what it sounds like is she's a brat. She's disrespectful. She's reading from a script and she's acting. That's how this is coming across to me. And when they talked to the therapist, of course, the black therapist, she blamed the mother. She blamed the mother for, telling her that was her father. And she's saying that the girl is suffering from self-hate. Personally, I'm just not buying it. I'm really not. Treasure called the black therapist a hood rat, which is very interesting because she listed all the things that she thought about black people and the stereotypes, and this therapist did not even fit any of those stereotypes that she threw out. She even said the N-word, not N-I-G-G-A, but N-I-G-G-E-R. She had the KKK on speed dial. And that seems so fake to me. And there was one part that said that she has white dolls and black dolls, and she would take her black dolls and pretend with the white dolls that they were slaves. Last video that I watched, Dr. Phil was questioning her and he was saying, "You don't wish others well." She was talking about taking money back from a homeless person to see them be sad because they thought they were going to get the money, and she doesn't care for others. Whites are successful and up here, blacks are failures and down there, is the way she was saying this. And to me, this was propaganda. And I believe, this is my opinion, I believe that Dr. Phil was in on this. Her mother was down for this, and she was down for this. I want to take you back to DANIELLE BREGOLI, Miss Catch Me Outside. Remember when she was on there? I think she was around the same age or 2 years younger, 14 to 16 years old. And she was acting black and, doing this caricature without blackface. And guess what happened? She got put on. She started going to red carpet events. She was in a rap song with Kodak Black. She was amassing a good amount of money. She gathered a following and everything. She was getting deals and all of that. I haven't heard about her lately, but she is still featured on Dr. Phil's YouTube highlight. Now you have a black girl around the same age acting all kinds of outrages, being totally disrespectful. And she was down for it because maybe in her mind, because she idolizes Kim Kardashian, this is her way to be on TV, to be a star, to maybe open up a door for her. But I think she's quickly going to see that doors are not going to open for her within the entertainment realm. But depending on how she plays it, it could open up for her in the Republican realm where they will give her opportunity. There could be, white people who are white nationalists that could give her an opportunity because of her views. So if she plays her chips the right way, she could end up getting some type of fortune and fame if she sticks with the white nationalist fringe conservatives with Trump in office. Now, this is the perfect time for her to do this. This is the perfect time for her and her family to come up on a come up. And then her brother is saying what he's saying, and it sounds like he was acting too. He's going to be the upstanding young man who doesn't believe that the pro-black, young man, male that doesn't believe any of this, and she's just crazy. And her mother is going to sit back and support this because if she plays her cards right, everybody is going to win out of this situation. And then how this benefits Dr. Phil is he gets to address race and racism without actually addressing race and racism, because this is what I took away from this whole thing is there was a Facebook post that this girl has black friends. They were laughing at what she did and that this is all fake. Now, if you Google search this, you will see everybody caught on to this, and it was catching on like wildfire, right? And there were videos made from black men who were talking about her mother calling her a bedwench. There's videos, saying that this young 16-year-old girl who's underage is perfect for ghetto gaggers. Someone said that underneath a Cynthia G video. Cynthia G herself went off on this tirade, again, talking about black people and how black people are mentally ill and, this is what goes on in our community. And she's self-hating, and a lot of black people are self-hating. And there's a lot of black men, they are saying some really disgusting things about a 16-year-old. She goes back to the black school. And people are saying that she has friends and this is not how she acts. I mean, people are probably saying she does that because she has to live there and go to school. But what I take away from it is she's doing it for the fame and the fortune and the opportunity. Her mother and brother are doing it for the possible opportunities. But she was placed on Dr. Phil to say white people are not like this. He didn't have the balls to actually bring a bigoted, racist, Trump voting conservative on his show. So he figured, this is the next best thing. Because you have to think about it this way. Treasure is saying that she's white. She says that she feels it in her blood, pumping through her veins, that she is a white woman. Her ideal of a white person is that they are racist, they are selfish, they don't give a damn about anybody else, they do not care about others. These are the things that they say about Black people. So if she is going to classify herself as white, this is how she has to act, because this is the way that the majority of white people act towards Black people. And it made me think for a moment, is she trolling white people? Because most people who want to emulate a white person, they speak a certain way. They focus more on education and they're so intelligent. But they don't quite go on these racist tirades like this. But it does seem to me like it's a troll. Because the last video I watched, she says that, the things that she say is normal, she's going to continue to say them. And she knows that all those other white people that were in Dr. Phil's audience, they say these things behind closed doors. And Dr. Phil had them stand up and say, who disagrees with how she feels and doesn't feel the way she feels if she's a part of the white culture. And Dr. Phil was saying, if you want to be a part of the white culture, which I'm in, we don't tolerate that. And basically she called him and she called them liars for standing up and pretending like they haven't said. They say racist, prejudiced, bigoted shit. And she's not buying it. They're lying. They needed to sit down. That's basically what she was saying. And when you listen to that video, you'll notice a change in her dialect and the words that she say. Because she sounded more real at that point when she was calling them liars for saying that they don't say stuff like this and they don't stand for racism and they're not racist. So in actuality, her saying that she's Caucasian and she knows it and nobody's going to tell her different, her taking that on says that all Caucasian people are racist. They believe these stereotypes about Black people. They want Black people to be in zoos. They want Black people to be locked up in jail. Black people are criminals. Black people are nasty. Black people smell. Black people are fat. Black people are unintelligent. Our features are disgusting and ugly. We're ghetto. We're thugs. We're niggers. All of that. She says, if you are a white person, this is what you believe. But it's so funny to me how Black people, especially some pro-Black people, got up in arms. They were mad at her. They started snapping out at her, saying she needed to be on Ghetto Gaggers, talking about her mother, just ripping this young 16-year-old girl apart. And they didn't even catch it. They didn't even clock that She's saying she's white, but she feels like to be white, you have to be racist. Nobody caught that at all. And it dawned on me after listening to it. And people are saying, oh, this is real. This is how she feels. I don't believe it. I don't believe this for one bit. I believe that she will take her opportunities that are given to her if they are handed to her. And they will be handed to her by conservatives if she plays it right. But those who take on this liberal, standpoint in politics, they like to identify themselves by politics. But, conservatives are more overt with it. They're out there with it. Liberals are covert with it. Like she said, all of those people who were standing up there, they have that liberal mindset. We're going to pretend like we are kumbaya, but in actuality, we do refer to you as monkeys and you need to be in zoo behind closed doors. And sometimes it leaks out a little bit. I have to say, after hearing this, my mindset totally changed. What come to me off the bat is, DANIELLE, BREGOLI, Catch Me Outside. This is another situation like that. Someone trying to capitalize wherever they can. And the fact that she's trolling white people to say, and this would be white women, because she would have to be a white woman. They're all racist, and this is what they think. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think about it if you did watch it and watch the clips. And, what's your point of view on this young girl? Do you think that it's fake? Do you think that it's real? Or do you suspect, like I do, that, she's being outrageous out there for fame and fortune, and she's actually trolling white people? Because, you watch Dr. Phil, he kind of got it and it clicked for him at the end. Because he was saying, no, we're not like that. White people are not like that. Since you want to say you're white. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and leave it right here. I'll see you in the next one.